It's time to learn song mode on the MPC One.
Freebie.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, let's get started. So, as we load in a new project here, let me just preface this by saying I have not done anything in song mode yet on the Akai MPC One. That's a little bit of a contrast to the other videos I've done with the MPC One, where I've messed around a little bit with the topic beforehand. Today I'm going in completely blind, and that's because song mode is the mode that I have been most excited for since doing my research before picking up the MPC One. So I figured that I would share this learning experience with all of you as completely raw and untouched as possible. So let's go ahead and start here. To use song mode, we first need to come up with different sequences. Then song mode lets us order those sequences in any order that we want, and then chain them together, and then you can actually export that chain as its own sequence. So it's very, very powerful, especially when you think that each sequence can be up to 999 measures long. You can get some pretty long tracks. That's a lot of music. That's way more than even I need. So let's go ahead here. Let's name this first sequence here. We'll just name this, we'll go intro. There we go. Cool. Intro, the first track in the intro. Let's go ahead and get some drums. Let's just, I don't know, I've been really digging the first 80s kit right there. Let's use that. Let's go ahead and name that track real quick here. We'll name that drums. Make sure I'm not clipping. No, we look okay. Cool. Let's just say that this is 4 measures long. And yeah, go ahead and turn on the metronome. I'm going to record a little drum intro, and then we'll continue. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. So there's our intro. Awesome. Let's go ahead and add a different part to that. I should say there's our intro on the drums. Let's go ahead and add a bass. And for that, we will just go ahead and use the bass synth plugin. For that, actually, I need to go back here. Plugin, there we go. Bass line. Cool. So, really quick, let's go in and edit that bass line. I'd like to change a few things here, I think. Something like that. That's a good line. Let's go ahead and start. Cool. So there's our intro. We'll just call that good. Let's go ahead back to the main here. And let's go to sequence 2, I suppose, right? And for that, we will once again call this drums. Whoop, not rums, drums. There we go. And we'll change the track type back to that. And then the kit, yep, the kit is already loaded into the project. Cool. So now let's make this 4 bars again. I'm just going to play a line. Yeah, play some drums. That works. I'm going to put a crash cymbal right here at the end. That's a cowbell. Whatever, I'll just leave it. Oh, there's the crash cymbal. Why did I think it was over there? Oh well, we'll leave the cowbell at the end. That's kind of cheesy, but that's all right. Okay, track 2. We are once again going to go to a plugin here. There we go. And let's record our sequence here. 2, 3, 4. Awesome, that works for me. Let's bring in a third track now. And for that, we're also going to use a plugin just because it's quick and easy. That plugin is going to be we're going to add a new plugin here, and we're going to change that to electric. Okay, let's go ahead and see how this sounds. Cool. Something like that. Let's record. 3, 4. Cool. Sorry if we clipped there a little bit. I did turn the volume down just now. Cool. There's a good verse. Let's go to a third sequence here. Let's name this one chorus. And in the chorus, we will use track 1, which is going to be our drum track. There we go, which is going to be the drum kit. Let's do a halftime chorus. How about that? Where's that open hi-hat? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Not the greatest line, but that's all right. Once again, just for my sake, I'm going to name this drums, just so you guys can kind of get an idea of the workflow. So I guess it's not really for my sake. Don't know why I said that. Let's move on to track 2, which we will once again use the bass. So we want to plug in here. There we go. I'm going to name it bass or bass, depending on if you like to fish or not. Okay. All right, time to record our bass line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool, that'll work. Let's go to track 3. This is going to be keys again. Keys. It's very important that all of your tracks are the same, I know, in song mode. So when you chain the different sequences, they all line up properly. So let's see here. This is going to be, yep. Just something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Now let's do one more sequence. And for this sequence, we're just going to call this outro. We're just going to go one big fill and then end it. So let's come down here to track 1, which we will make our drum track. Once again, we will call this drums. I hope all this works, because I feel like this video is going fairly well. I'm going to call that drums. Right here. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. There we go. There we go. And that'll be how we end it. So let's play that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see how it sounds. Perfect. That's just what I wanted. Let's go ahead and get a bass line now. Something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. And why not? We'll put some keys in there too. I'm just going to name the bass part real quick, or the bass track. Name that. Track 3 is going to be program 2, which is our keys. I'm going to name the track keys. Cool. Sure, why not? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Cool. Metronome off. We've now got 4 sequences. So let's go ahead, hit main. Nope, menu. That's right, menu. Song mode. Okay. So now, let's see here. How do we add a sequence? Okay, I think we hit insert. Oh, yep. Now we can... Oh, yeah. Now we can pick our sequence. So we want intro. Okay. Insert, insert, insert. Okay, cool. We can go verse, chorus, verse again, why not? Chorus, outro. And you can actually pick how many times each of these repeat too, so that's really cool. So we could do the intro 3 or 4 times if we wanted, or just hold, and then I think it goes until you hit next sequence, which is over here. Anyway, I'm just going to line it up like this and see how it plays. So let's go ahead and do it. Oh, it looks like the pads are also, or each sequence is also assigned to each pad, or to these pads down here. Very cool. All right, I think we can just hit play and go for it. Let's try it. There was our verse. Now we're going to the chorus. Now back to the verse. Here comes another chorus. And here comes the outro. And that's it. That's pretty cool. Yeah, cool. Yeah, wow, neat. So now what we could do is we could export it from there, or we can click Convert to Sequence. And now we can pick an unused sequence in our project, in our song, and a project can have up to 128 sequences. We can tell it to include or ignore our muted tracks, which in this case we had none, but that's handy. So for instance, if I was doing a live show where I wanted to mute the drum parts so I could export this and play along with it, I could mute the drum tracks, ignore muted tracks, and then export that. So that's really cool. So you can see here, we can select any sequence up to 128 to store this in, any unused sequence, which in this case is number 5. So let's do that, do it. Cool, so now if we go back to main, if we select sequence number 5, it's the whole song. We can even name it that. You can go whole, there we go, song. Cool. Now when we go to main and we pull up our grid, right now we're on track 3. Let's see here, we should, yeah, now we've got the whole song right there, all 22 measures of it. Very, very cool. Now obviously I did really short sequences, each of them I think were only 2 or 4 measures, but each sequence can be 999 measures long if you want, and anywhere in between. So very, very powerful song mode. And really what I like about this is you can come up with each section independently, then chain them all together, and then from this screen, once it's all one big sequence, we could go in and record an audio track over the top of that, or another MIDI part if we need to over the entire top of that. So we could go back to track 1, for instance, and let's see here, how do I do this? I could go in and clear this track, completely clear track 1. Whoops, don't hit cancel, which is our drums, of course. And now I can reload the drum kit with no sequencer data, and we could just play something. So obviously that was terrible, but now that's the drum part. That's the drum part for the whole song. So when I MIDI this into the electronic kit, things are going to get real because I'm going to be able to put together these whole songs and then play them live on the drums and record that data. That's pretty exciting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and leave a like on it. If not, you can leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.